Hello and welcome to another review from the Benefit of the Dowd podcast. I'm your host Adam Dowd, and joining me is co-host Clifton Thomas. Cliff, how you doing this evening?
You know, I've been thinking about some things, and they're deep thought. It's probably not for this podcast, but one thing I wanted to say is
Just
I'm
gonna say
feeling a
I
little.
was just being polite, really.
I
But
feel like I'm
floating,
floating.
yeah, yeah, true, true. You indeed are. I mean, not
A little
everybody can have
spacey is, I guess, what I was going for. Yeah.
not everybody can have awesome backgrounds like me. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
that's
but
true.
yeah. Anyway, okay, so we are here to discuss a couple of things. First of all, let's go ahead and bring up Skippy the review cam. Hi, Skippy.
Skippy.
And Skippy is already focused in on the subject of our review today,
Ooh.
but not really. This is a kind of an accessory to what we'll be looking at today. This is the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, and
Ultra.
as we record this, it's 2 days before the official launch day because T-Mobile just jumped the gun and sent it whenever I ordered it, which is kind of funny.
As they
This is
do.
so. This is not a review device. This is one that I bought with my own money. So
I love that green, though. Kind of
stupidly or
matches what
not.
I'm
Oh
wearing.
yeah, I love the green.
Yeah.
It does. It does. It matches. It matches your green. But anyway, as is typical for a phone launch, a case maker said, "Hey, we got some stuff for you," and there we go. Thank you very much, Spigen.
All the cases.
We have all the cases. Now, this is not the first batch of cases that I
It
got.
literally feels like you got a deck of cards there with your
Right,
cases.
right. So I started off with actually this is a case by Caseology, which
It
is a
looks like
sub brand.
caseology. Yeah, I
It's a
love that
yeah,
case.
it's a sub brand of Spigen, which is cool.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and what I really like about this, like, and you'll this is a kind of a theme, but you'll see. But this is the first one that I
It just
got.
looks so grippy.
It's very grippy and it has this pattern on the back, which is a little dirty. Sorry about that. But it also, like, I mean, you
Well, it
can
protects
see the
the.
cutouts are just
Wow.
pristine. I mean,
No, I
those are
didn't realize that it
beautiful.
also has that inlay for the back of it
Right. It
as
also
well.
has a lip here to
Yeah.
protect the lenses for when you set it down on its back, which is very sweet. And of course, on the bottom, it's got the the cutouts for the USB-C port and for the S Pen and for the speaker. So this was the original case that I was using for this, and it's good. I like it. I'll put a link to this one in the show notes as well. Buttons are very clicky,
Hmm.
which is always good experience.
Are the S23 buttons clicky by themselves? Spoiler
I
alert.
don't know. I haven't tried it. I don't use phones without
I've
cases.
just
What are you
been
talking?
using a
Yeah,
case.
no. Yeah, the buttons are very tight, tight like a tiger.
Doit, doit, doit,
But
like a
anyway,
tiger.
so that was the first case that I used, and so we will. What we are going to do is we are going to try on all of these cases as well, and we're going to start
Why
off.
do I feel like we're in like a dressing room and I'm like the boyfriend going, okay, try on the
Okay,
next dress.
so this
Okay.
right, this is the Galaxy S23 Ultra Liquid Air case. And I like Spigen cases because they have this little little pull tab on there.
Spigen has such nice packaging. They
They
really
do,
do.
they really do. And then so we're gonna pull that out and designed for Samsung. That's good to know. Okay, so this one has man, I wish the lighting was a little bit better in here, but this one has kind of like a triangular pattern on it. You can
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
you really
see
see it
it
there.
a
A little
little
bit.
bit
Oh
there.
yeah, there you go.
And then on the inside it's got, so I'm told that these are meant to assist with airflow to keep the
Right.
phone cool. I
Spigen
can't imagine
always
that
has those inside, and they always have their thing on the inside as well.
I can't imagine that'll do a very good job of keeping the phone warm, but let's go ahead and try it on. The case
Oh,
goes
very
on
easy to put on.
very easily, very grippy.
That's
I'm digging
that's
that.
the little black mini dress.
Okay, okay. This one has the three individual holes for the main cameras, and then it's got this slot for this one. So it's got the flash in the middle. This other Caseology one you'll notice had individual holes for the smaller and for the flash as well. But this just has a slot. I'm fine with that. I think it's going to be more prone to get dust in there and whatnot.
Yes.
But
Sure.
overall, I can't really complain too much. The buttons are still very nice and clicky. Good cutouts on the bottom as well. And I just realized I've still got a little bit of a protector down the bottom of the phone here. Hang on a second.
You talking about the plastic that comes
So
in?
yeah, the plastic protector.
Samsung
stuff.
does this thing. If you guys don't know, if you've never owned a Samsung phone, and I think it's actually a Korean thing. 'Cause I always experience this with LG phones too, where they put this strip
With who phones?
on with Samsung and I said also LG phones.
With who
They
phones?
put that. Oh, with what? I don't know what you're talking about. Just
Yeah.
phones that
Yeah.
are that you know that but you
Sorry,
know
too
they're
soon?
on the extremities on the left and right and bottom and top.
Here
And
we
they
go.
are
I'm getting it.
sometimes you will forget
There
that they
we
are there,
go.
and they are. It's so hard to take off
They are.
sometimes.
There. There's probably two on the sides as well, but I'm just not gonna mess with
I'm
those
sure
now.
they are.
Um,
And you sometimes you'll be using your phone for 6 months, and you go, oh,
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
I forgot that.
I am familiar with that phenomenon. Okay, so this is the liquid air case, and we are going to move on. This one is called. Oh, you know what? I want to save this one for a little bit later. Actually, hold on, because that one has like a neat
Spigen,
little
you and your
feature
1,000
there.
cases.
This one
Your
is
case
called
uses.
your case uses for your various use cases.
Yes.
This one is called the Rugged Armor.
Hmm.
So we're gonna open that up and then let's see. They always put that extra fold
This
on
is
the
a very
bag. So
good like ASMR video.
It
If you
is.
just turning off
Really
the
is.
audio or the video. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one has the Spigen logo down at the bottom here. This is much smoother. It's just more of like a very light sandpaper kind of texture to it. This down
Very
on the bottom
grippy
here.
again, though, huh?
Yeah. This down and actually on the sides you can see
Mm-hmm.
has. I'm trying to position it so you can see
With
it.
that sandpapery texture that you're trying to capture.
Well, it's actually like ribs for her pleasure. Ew. Anyway.
But it's got that again. The channels on the inside. That's Spigen's signature.
Yep. And then channels on the inside. This is very TPU, very rubbery. So let's see, a little bit of a raised lip on the top and bottom. That's always a good thing to protect your screen. On the back, it looks like the camera modules are set back just a little bit.
Very similar, like to that other one, but also a different texture and
Oh, I like this. I like this grip. I really do like this.
the looks of that. I would like that one for that phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't need something that's got a ton of like that. If you're not going to drop your phone from
a ton
heights,
right.
It's got the grippiness, which will help you for not dropping it, and also with the grippiness, obviously.
So, and you can see the cutouts are nice and precise, tight like a tiger.
Have you ever used a case that's similar to that, but then the cutouts for things like the S
I have
are so small, and then you're please just let me take the S Pen out.
Like you can't even plug in the phone
right,
because like it's so tight.
Frustrating.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. And then like down here, there's like a different type of texture to it. I'm not sure.
It's like a shininess to it.
Yeah, it's almost like
I like
a carbon fiber look to it. Yeah, it gives it kind of a two-tone. Yeah, but yeah, up here is nice and grippy. So like, oh, shut up. What did I? Oh, it's a podcast. Anyway, shush. Stop it. God damn you. Anyway, yeah. So that is the Rugged Armor. I'm not sure this is much more rugged than the Liquid Air, but we'll go with it.
Oh, it does have those, like, if you look in the corners, though.
Does it?
It's got those little raised...
Oh, it actually, yeah, it does have some reinforced corners here. You can see it kind of bumps up a little bit.
I don't know how much more that adds, but...
You want to call it rugged? Counts. I won't argue. All right. Next, we have Cryo Armor. And...
Oh, is it clear?
I don't know. Oh no, it's got like a trippy blue thing going on here. I'm into it. Let's see. Let's see.
It's like this is like you're going to someone's birthday party and you can't have any of it from my perspective.
Okay,
I can't have any of the presents. They're just there.
This has something on the in. I don't know
Oh,
why.
it's the card, right? That
Well, no, I mean
oh,
that's
that's
built
actually
in,
stuck on that.
but I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know why this was there, but I guess so. This is like moderately see through.
I
Let me put
like
this on
that
here.
texture on the back.
Yeah, so it's got a bunch of hexagons with like they're broken up into like a diamond
Mm-hmm.
pattern on the
Mm-hmm.
inside.
It's a
And then
little
it's got
blue.
these yeah, it's got this blue kind of overlay, and I believe this is somewhat translucent. I'm looking
Huh.
for my flashlight here. Can we does it look like it's
Oh,
any
it's a
more?
honeycomb texture.
Yeah, it's like a honeycomb texture, but yeah. Okay, maybe it's not translucent. I don't know what
It
this
is. It's
was.
definitely I would call that translucent, but it's like a 90% translucence. Like you can see it
Yeah.
when your flashlight goes through
Yeah.
on my side.
Well, anyway.
But it's not. I mean, you definitely won't see your phone through it.
Yeah. So anyway, so it's got this blue background with this
I
honeycomb
really
pattern
like
to
that.
it.
I like the square edges. That's my style. That's the one I would want so far.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it looks like it has a little bit of reinforcement on the corners. You can
Mm-hmm.
kind of see
Mm-hmm.
there. It has a very big open face here for the entire camera module, but the cameras are set in, so
It
you
looks like
know.
it's got a
hmm.
frame built into it too. Like if it's a little is it I could be, I'm sitting here on the other side, which is the
Right.
problem, but it didn't look when you put it on like it was one of those silicone cases. It looks like it's got a little frame in it.
Oh no, this is silicone.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
this
this
is
is.
where I can't tell.
Although I mean, maybe
I mean,
this
it's
part.
definitely firmer. Like it's
This part might be a little bit more plasticky, maybe more of a TP. Yeah, okay.
ah,
Because I
it's
mean,
not
you can do that,
right.
but you can't do that. Okay,
It,
yeah.
that doesn't
So
necessarily mean that it's more protective. It's just a design thing.
well,
Okay.
and I also
What
think
does the inside say?
something you want, Spigen Inc. in Irvine,
Okay, it's
California,
just
made in
working.
South Korea. But no, I think this is like a polycarbonate plate back here, which might give
Gotcha.
you a little bit more impact resistance if you drop this from a
Right.
higher
I feel
height.
like this is also more of a style case too. Like, it's got that open part
Yeah,
just to let you see your cameras more.
yeah. But
And
I dig it.
obviously that
I like it.
honeycomb back. Yeah, I like that though.
Uh,
Daddy like.
Next up, we have the Tough Armor.
Mm.
We're just like unboxing machines. Oh, that one didn't work.
Literally
Um,
all the unboxings of speaking cases.
oh, this one. Oh, this one's got something I like.
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you about it in a second. Here we go. Okay, so this is definitely a dual armor. So this is a
Yeah.
TPU top with a hard backplate, but kickstand.
Kickstand alert.
Kickstand, baby. Oh yeah. So let's go ahead and put this
That
on.
yellow too on the inside.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you won't see it ever,
But
but
that's also like that's a nice design touch. I like that.
yeah. So these button covers are complete. Like the other ones, up until now, you can see that they were like kind of cut out a little bit, so you can
Mm-hmm.
see like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
whereas this one, these are very solid button covers. So, but they're still very pressy, so that's good. But anyway,
This
so
is
yeah,
more of the. I feel like this is more of the kind of case that you would use every day.
me, I don't know. It's a little slippery, to be honest.
Well, I just meant
On the back.
that it's that tougher kind of case. Like it's
Well, I'm going to show you, sir, what case I'm going to use every day. That's still coming
ah.
up. Um,
Mm.
but I do like this because it gives you the impact resistance
Right.
of the TPU corners, and the polycarbonate gives you that extra shock resistance. And as a bonus, kickstand.
Kickstand.
It wouldn't work. It doesn't work in portrait, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. You can't have everything.
It's a
But
bonus, not a feature.
exactly, it snaps in. So you can hear there's a good snap here. And then yeah, so that's gonna. I mean, realistically, will this kickstand last longer than 6 months? I have no idea. Um, it doesn't feel all that terribly
It's a
sturdy,
thin
but
plastic.
yeah,
It is what it is.
it is what it is.
Just don't let
But
your
yeah,
kids use it.
exactly. Do not let your kids use. But the cutouts are very precise.
I also like the
Um,
little rings that they have around. Or no, no, those are like actual cameras showing through, aren't they?
Yeah, those are the cameras showing through. But yeah. So I'm into this one. Now this next one is the one that I like kind of shuffled to the back because it had a little thing that I kind of liked. But this is the optic armor, and you're going to see why it's called optic armor in just a moment. You can place your bets down in the comments. Why do you think it's called optic armor? But I will tell you why. No, because it comes with a camera cover.
Oh, it slides over. How cool.
That slides over. Yep.
It's great until you want to take a picture.
So now this has a similar texture to the first one, or to the second one that we opened, the tough armor. This texture here and this texture here are very similar. The button covers, again, very clicky, and they're not solid. So, there's just they're basically slices there. This is just the TPU material down at the bottom, but up on the top here, this is polycarbonate, and
there you go.
This door here slides over to expose the camera, so you can.
How loose is it? Like, do you feel like it's gonna slap around if you're moving it?
Oh no! This one is not going anywhere. It snaps in very tight. I wonder if we can hear it.
Nice.
Can we hear it? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So and then on the other side, let me show you on the other side. So yeah, So this is very solid. I'm into this. I like this. I like the idea of protecting your camera because honestly, that is something that not a lot of cases will do. And so if you drop your phone just the wrong way and it lands in a bed of gravel or something like that, you scratch up these optics, you are done. You may as well just put the phone on a shelf and forget that it exists.
It's an expensive mistake that is helping protect. For sure.
That is a very expensive mistake that is helping protect. So I dig this, and I think more cases should do this. Personally, I wouldn't use it.
It's also not that bulky though, too, and I like it's kind
no,
of
it's not. Yeah. Again, personally, I probably wouldn't use this because I would be like, oh, let me take a. Oh, damn it, I gotta do this. But for someone, especially for someone who's going to be carrying their phone in a bag or something like that, this is premium. This is
also got a little bit of a fidget toy there.
It's got a little bit of a fidget toy. So you're sitting in a meeting. Yeah.
Until someone says, "Stop it!"
Q2 projections. Yeah, I hear you. That sounds really fantastic. If I had your job, I would kill myself. Anyway, So I'm into this. This is the optic armor from Spigen. And then I'm going to get into the last two cases, which are my favorites of the batch. And these I've actually already opened, so no unboxing
you can tell
here.
That you like these because you've already opened them.
This one is the Ultra Hybrid. But what's cool about this is, wow, it's got that faux transparent look to it. So you put this on here, and you can see your wireless charging cables, and you can see your battery connection, and you can see all the camera modules, and there's little fake screws and stuff. It's just fun. It's just a fun case, and I like it. I'm here for it, and I like it. I won't use it. This won't be my primary case, but there's a very specific reason for that, and you'll see that because of the next one. But again, the cutouts are precise.
I feel like you won't use any case but one that's basically going to let you drop it from the Empire State Building.
That is incorrect, sir, and I will show you that in a moment. But no, I really like this pseudo fake design back here.
I like that too. Yeah. I mean,
so OnePlus had cases like this for a while. But yeah, I really dig this.
Usually you don't see any case like that unless it's from D brand or something where it's got
right. But I mean, and then it's actually kind of cool because you can't really see it, I don't think. But if you look at the components down here, there's actually kind of a 3D quality to it. You can tell these components are a little bit higher than these components and stuff like that.
It's got a translucence to it that you can see the dimension with. Yeah, for sure.
So you can see a little bit of a 3-dimension shape down there. I dig this. I love it. If I didn't have this next case, I would use this one probably, to be honest. It's a little slippery on the back, I got to be honest. So, but overall, I dig it. But the case that I am very excited about, and I actually emailed Spigen about this before because I was kind of poking around at their website, and I said, so I found this on your website, and obviously this was like before the phone was even announced. But they had the Ultra Hybrid one tap ring case for
Oh, I see what's coming here.
the Samsung Galaxy S23. This is a MagSafe built in to the case,
Nice.
very similar to what I have on the S22 here, but this is like a no-name brand that just happened to make this. This is Spigen. This is actually like a household name in the case world. Like, this is one of your your Mount Rushmore of cases. This is a case maker.
I like that the MagSafe portion of it works better color wise with what you're about to put it on too.
Yeah, very true.
The black, it's a little sexier that way.
So this is flat out. This is just a flat out TPU. This back plate might be polycarbonate. It's kind of hard to tell. It's not as flexible as the other ones here, so it's going to give you a little bit of impact resistance. The cameras are not set back as far as I would like. The buttons are perfectly fine, but I would like to see a little bit more protection for the cameras up here. And the cutouts on the bottom are perfect. I've been able to plug in this phone no problem, but I haven't had to plug in the phone because I've had MagSafe.
MagSafe.
Now, one thing I noticed,
or Qi 2.0, like
right,
whatever the new version of that is called.
Spigen's version of it is called One Tap. And we'll get into a couple of those things in a minute for our bonus round.
Wow.
But so I love the fact that you can use it with MagSafe. I've used it with my MagSafe phone holder in my car. I've used it with my MagSafe charger at home. And this is going to be hard to demonstrate. One thing that I have noticed, and this is just this version of the case. The S22 case doesn't do this, but one thing that I've noticed is with this MagSafe charger is this magnet will pretty much catch anywhere you get. Like, it's much more solid if you get it centered, but even if it's just a little bit off, it still kind of sticks there.
So you really have to get it centered.
So you have to make sure that it is perfectly centered when you let it go.
For non-Qi charging in the car, though, or a MagSafe charging in the car, though, that makes a lot of sense because it's going to be if you have one of those phone holders that just you plug into your vents or to the mount to your dash, and you don't have the MagSafe charging part, just to have that click on.
Yeah,
that's really nice, just to have it that sensitive.
Right, it is. But at the same time, last night I put my phone on a MagSafe charger and it didn't charge. Like, it started charging. And actually, I've noticed this with a lot of Android phones when I add MagSafe charging rings to it, because I've shown you before. Do I have one like readily accessible? I've shown you before, like these rings from Mophie that you can put onto a case and get MagSafe. Like, I've done that for like basically every Android phone that I've had for the past year. I've put one of those rings on there so I could have the MagSafe attachment. And I've noticed that for whatever reason with Android, sometimes it just won't charge, or it'll start to charge and it'll stop. And I don't know if it's like getting off center, or if it's like slipping a little bit, or if I didn't have it perfectly centered to begin with. I don't know what it is, but like, I never have that problem with any Apple phone. I could just pop it onto a charger and I will come back. It'll be at 100%, no problem. But with Android, even with this, and with this, with cases that are specifically designed to put these like right over the charging coils, for some reason I will come back the next day and I'll find that or not the next day, but like later on, and I'll find, oh, it stopped charging at some point. What's up with that? And I think that's just more of a specific issue with the way wireless charging is handled by an Android phone, by a phone that's not specifically designed to have magnets in it, it's very possible that Qi 2.0 will fix that.
Well, it's also
But
just in
yeah,
every Android phone, the coils are
might be a little bit
positioned a little
different.
bit
Or
different. Now,
yeah,
it's different if you, I mean, it's different if you're buying a case specifically made for that phone versus
right.
what you were doing, where you're
Adding
putting
it on.
that
Yeah,
strip in like you were doing, right?
right. So anyway, keep that in mind. I have this. The heck, my phone's like blowing up there for some reason. I have this specifically so that I can use the MagSafe accessories
Mm-hmm.
with it. Like I had my, where did I have my wallet? I actually had my wallet on the table. Also a Spigen. Oh, there it is. So like I've got my Spigen MagSafe wallet that I showed off in a different video. I can pop my wallet on here and we're good to go. Now, one thing that I thought was kind of funny is, first of all, the wallet interferes with the camera here, which is not great. But
No,
again,
yeah.
this phone wasn't designed for MagSafe, so no big deal. But if I flip the little thing there, it stands up, but it's very tenuous. Like, don't touch the top of the phone at
But that's
all. It's going
designed
to
for the
flop.
iPhone, right?
It's designed for the iPhone. This is a much bigger phone.
Right.
So totally understandable. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of funny.
Can I say like something that so my brother was in town this weekend to help with some things, and
Oh,
my
cool.
brother has had I mean my brother's been an iPhone user forever, but he's never been a MagSafe user
Oh my
for
God,
whatever
really?
reason, right?
What's
And so
wrong?
no,
You
but
should give him a hug.
I introduced him to the wallet on the back of
Oh,
the
nice.
phone, and I happen to have an iPhone wallet that was given to me from someone who wasn't using it, so it was like basically brand new.
Oh, cool.
But the point is just when you have someone, he's like, but I've always been afraid of this like falling off.
Right.
Like I saw that as an accessory and like demonstrating it.
I was too, to be honest.
I was too. But it's one of those things I feel like in MagSafe in general, this is what I was getting to, is like once you actually demonstrate MagSafe as like an idea,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the same way that
It
like
just
back when you and I were WebOS,
WebOSing.
you know, it's just one of those things. Yeah, once you start using it and you understand like those magnets are really strong on the back of that. I mean,
Yep.
it's crazy how handy that is. I've been using a MagSafe wallet on my iPhone, but I would do the same thing with an Android phone. For
Sure.
the same
If you
reason
had
that
the
you do.
MagSafe
It's
on it,
just
yeah.
so handy. And I've been dealing with back issues for the last year and a half.
Okay.
And I'm sure a lot of that is because I was driving a long time and I've had, this is going to date me, but I had the
This.
George Costanza wallet, the
Yeah,
giant
the big
wallet in the
thick
back of
thing.
my pocket, right?
Yeah, I can see
And
that.
so moving that to my front pocket has really helped me. And so yeah,
Sure.
if you're concerned about whether you're an Android user or an iPhone user, and you were concerned about the wallet thing,
Yeah.
moving that to the back. I mean, honestly, I can't say that for every case and every wallet combination situation, but honestly, it has not been an issue. I have never had
Yeah.
it fall off once.
Nope, me either.
Really is something to consider. Yeah, it really is
Now,
that good.
speaking of MagSafe, I did want to point out that in addition to that box of cases, Spigen also sent over. Spigen, my contact at Spigen knows that I'm a MagSafe whore, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with that. So he sent over a couple of other
Oh,
goodies,
nice.
as he put them. So this is, I'm just going to unbox these and just give you like the really quick rundown. This is a 20 watt charger.
Like 27, right?
20, let me see, 25,
20.
USB-C power delivery 27 watt, and then PPS 25 watt. So, okay. I'm into it, whatever. But damn, this thing is tiny.
Wow.
Look at this little guy.
Little boo.
It's so cute. You know what? I need to find my prescription bottle.
It's so small.
And like pull out a quarter or something just to show you. Like,
It's definitely like a $50 sized.
yeah, so like that's a quarter.
Yeah.
And then I mean that's
That's
yeah.
so small.
It's a little guy. I like it.
And 27
And
watts will charge. I mean, that 30 watts is kind of the base for like Android fast charging. So you're like right there. I'm
yeah,
thinking for.
yeah. But it's a little guy. It would fit very nicely in the tech pouch link in the show notes.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then that can go along with this is their Arc Field wireless charger for MagSafe compatible iPhone. And this is very similar to what I've shown off on this podcast before. But it's it's a MagSafe wireless charging puck, and badoom, it goes on just like that. And then you plug it into here, and then you have a perfect set. And this actually seems like a very long cable. I'm gonna guess this is like a 6-foot cable.
10 foot.
6 foot, 10 feet? 6 feet. 6 feet.
Okay.
So yeah. Well, actually, probably a little bit under because it doesn't quite go. Yeah, so it's probably like 5 feet. But anyway, it's a fairly long cable.
It's probably metric.
But yeah, it could be. But anyway, so yeah, then there's that. So Spigen has that as well.
That's a big MagSafe charger. I mean, like the one from Apple is a little less wide than that, I think.
And well, this is the one from Mophie. So
it's
it's
the same.
it's the same.
Like a standard. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't.
It's hard to tell from watching this.
Do I have an Apple one nearby? I don't know. Anyway,
He has so many drawers full of things.
I do have drawers full of things, a lot of things. But anyway, no, I want to say this is about the standard size. So,
Okay.
And then finally, they sent over this Arc Field wireless charger, Samsung super fast wireless charging, 15 watts, baby. Samsung. Anyway, so let's just pop this open here. This box is being a little bit resistant.
I don't know. I don't know that it's Qi actually like as a standard support much more. I mean, I know that other manufacturers have done higher watt charger, but I don't know what the actual like Qi standards are for that.
Now that you mention it, I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
But let's see. Okay, so yeah, it's just a nice little wireless charging stand, and it comes with a C2C cable, which is always good, and then
Always good.
Various documentation by. Okay, and then
I like their orange labeling for things. Very easy to see.
It is. It is. And it's got the nice subtle Spigen logo right there. And you can set your phone on it, and you can watch TikTok while you charge, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so there you have it. That was like a little box of goodies that Spigen sent over.
Or is it
No.
stuck that way? Okay.
It's just like
I will say though, I mean, I think it's a choice whether or not you like the flat ones, but or versus the ones that are a stand. But my wife hates the ones that are a stand, and I like the ones that are a stand. So
I prefer the ones that are stands. Yeah,
I do too.
Well, because honestly, they take up less room on the table.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and I mean, especially if you have an AMOLED screen on your phone, if you have a higher end phone, then it can just become your bedside table clock if you don't have something else.
Right, exactly. So, okay, so we got that, and we got that, we got that, and then let's bring out the cases for our. No, that's the S22. This is going to be our thumbnail shot or something. I don't know, probably not actually.
Wow.
But here we could do that. We could do that, and then we can do that. And did we get them all in? Here, let me just.
So.
There we go. And so this can be our thumbnail, Mr. Graphic Designer. Or no, I'm sure you'll come up with something better. But anyway, this is all the stuff that Spigen sent, and I want to send a hearty thank you. By the way, this podcast not sponsored by Spigen, but I did want to send out a hearty thank you to Spigen for sending over this box of stuff.
Yeah, I will say just on a personal level. As you said, not sponsored by Spigen, but I've been using Spigen. I remember the first time I bought a Spigen case. It was with the Galaxy. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was the Galaxy, the one that was a Google not a Pixel phone, but a. So you're going
Nexus.
Yes, the Galaxy Nexus. That's what I was looking for. Specifically, the 3G version. And
Oh,
that
okay.
was my first
Nice.
Spigen case, and I really loved it. I remember I dropped it out of, I was getting out of my car. I was going, and it was in the post office parking lot, and it fell out of my pocket. And
Uh-oh.
Spigen saved me.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And
Very
that was
well
in
done,
what like
Spigen.
2005-ish. So yeah,
For the
Spigen's been
Galaxy
doing
Nexus, yeah, you're looking at 2000, what, 13?
13 or 14, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
Google.
Spigen's been doing awesome
When
stuff
did
for
the
a long time.
Samsung Galaxy Nexus come out? See if it knows. I should ask ChatGTP.
Sure. Here's some helpful information I found on
2011.
I also found an answer to
What?
this
That
question.
can't
Yep.
be
What is the
right. That
cost of
can't be
Galaxy
right.
Nexus?
That's what it says. First
You wanna
release,
hear it?
17 November 2011.
Wow. Oh, but that was the
All right, November 2011
For-
by Moonface.
Okay, Google. Oh, cancel. Jesus. Anyway.
That was the 4G
Sorry,
version.
something went
The
wrong.
one that
When you're ready, give it another try.
Shut up. Oh, God. Seriously? Wow. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you don't access your Google Assistant while you're doing a live stream.
ID'd.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We probably just got copyright struck. Anyway, while Cliff continues to have a asthmatic
Excuse me.
episode, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up because that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast. Please consider subscribing to this podcast if you enjoyed it. And if you really enjoyed it, bless you. I would love it if you would write a review for the show. And if you could mute yourself while you're dying there, that'd be great. I would like it if you're watching this on YouTube. Of course, you're watching this on YouTube. It's the only place it's going to be. Click that subscribe button so that you can be notified of new episodes and reviews as they drop. And if you want some early access, jump on to Patreon at patreon.com/benefit of the doubt. I'd like to thank co-producer Cliff for all of his hard work behind the scenes and for not dying on the air. But most of all, and as always, I'd like to thank you for listening and for giving us the benefit of the doubt.